coach told me that he had said that yeah, that guy that played for Atlanta. He's good. Yeah.
Don't fucking lie to him. I ain't never say no stupid shit like that.
Yeah, you did. Well, yeah, Uncle Duke said you said something. Well, you said something close to it.
It's alright, bro. You can give props. You ain't gotta be scared. Broadcast up, Blue.
Alright, appreciate it.
Goal line broadcast up. I know you gonna sneak on there and try to steal my plays. I know how you do. You don't say shit.
Hey.
Motherfucker don't be saying a goddamn thing.
Hey, I don't run none of your plays. I don't run none of your plays.
Hey, goal line. Hey, put it like this, bro. Hey, I'm on fire this season, bro. I ain't bullshitting around. I ain't bringing the same dumb plays that I usually use, bro. You ain't gotta worry about that.
Hey, I've been watching. I see. You learn. You growing up.
Yeah, man. I ain't no teenager no more. I finally turned 21.
All right, Coach, first opened back in 2017. There's a look at the gleaming new Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Atlanta. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
I ain't know the stuff was that good, so I played with him at On Duke them league.
Oh,
that's who I played with in Duke league. The Steelers.
oh, okay.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second
Bro, we don't know
and 7.
what you're saying.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because
he got his hand over his mouth.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
All you hear is a bunch of love.
Coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about
adjustments real quick, man. You laughing. I'm ready, young buck.
That Ripley, shit, I be watching him on the red zone. He be making some catches. That rookie wide receiver.
Don't worry about it. That's the next Julio Jones right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, what's going on? You want to piss on your hand or something? I ain't do no pause it.
Hey, I'm making adjustments too, man. Shut your ass up, man.
this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout.
Disrespect.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the sack pushes him back. And now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Pissing on your nuts, man. Shut up.
Man, I don't know what you just said, brother. I ain't
I'm
gonna
saying.
argue
Going
about
to throw it off play action. He's going to fire one deep.
I ain't gonna keep, don't talk my motherfucker ear off with all that. I don't talk my damn ear off.
A big play on 3rd down for the Falcons. And even 40 yards.
Who you have, Vanessa Wilder?
Yes, sir. You Blue, man. What type question is that?
Out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping,
they hurt me to my heart.
Defensive lineman will take the bait and
Funny first 4 games. It's been some great games. Going to the
I don't know why
wide.
these folks keep coming to me with this dumb defense, bro. Like, I read all that now, man. Come on,
as a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this?
Oh, which one? Oh,
in the middle
around.
of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
You would not get that set, buddy.
He throws there incomplete.
Yeah, but they ain't making it to the playoffs.
Too bad they look like
Saints and
Remember,
who winning out of the Ravens and the Steelers?
They can fall back on anymore.
So after the incompletion on first, now
They were 14-3 when I quit looking at it.
throwing again, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Ryan. It's caught. Jones.
Missed.
This will not go down.
Shit too
and he
easy.
takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge.
You think you're going to catch my offense like that, my passing yards like that?
First chance in the red
I'm the
zone.
only player in the franchise right now with a receiver with 1,000 receiving yards already. What you mean, bro? Ain't nobody passing like me, man.
Oh, you got a receiver with 1,000 yards.
Julio Jones. Julio Jones. Balling in 4 weeks, Blue. Balling.
Seconds, it looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive,
I make this shit look so easy,
goal,
dog. Because I know you will. I'm here to send that blitz. Because I know you will.
Is this 4-down territory? Might you go for it?
Now Ryan.
I'll take that set. Play football.
We don't like they stole something.
Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to
I don't know that. I don't remember when that happened.
Plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Then don't break.
Hold on.
I'm about to have some proof on that.
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard
Try
line.
this at home, man. Come on. We got a YouTuber. This play that he's trying to run right now is a YouTuber, y'all.
To Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What's wrong?
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches.
The Seahawks trying to bounce back.
Defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a free play now for Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I know this from up here.
It doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it.
Yeah, but he didn't start. I didn't think he got in the game. Maybe he did. Got in late.
So the yellow
he
flag
started.
came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Oh, that was wrong.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary
Try to
target
get him,
for a
motherfucker.
really nice game.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
I thought he did too.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger.
Come here. Stop that dump. Go for it. There we go. See, that's the spirit I love. That's what I love. Try.
And forget about the run to set
He
up
ain't
the
got no
pass.
defense. He ain't talking about
They're
nothing.
trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchup, and they're just attacking right now.
Going to the
Good
air
first
on the
down, bro.
opening drive. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. First carry for James Conner. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in
favorite
practice,
play.
getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And this is caught that they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful.
You can't be an elite player like that, man.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing.
I ain't gonna
They
teach
got
you
it
and
the
beat you,
first
though.
time. I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and
We'll go
3.
to hell.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early.
On 2nd down, Ryan flushed out right. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Tommy.
And he's got room.
Blue, you see this run, Blue? I did that for you, Blue. I did that for you, Blue.
Kevin Coleman, 36.
Hey, what button do you hit to jump over? Square?
No, triangle.
Bryant takes
Right.
on the extra point, and the lead grows to
Yeah,
10.
that was nice.
R2 and triangle.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about
Look, he heard me say it now. He want to try. Get your neck broke. Get your neck broke.
Costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make it there.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the
Stop playing with me, man. That supposed to have been a fumble.
It didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick them.
Why you keep trying to go in the flat like that, like you ain't playing the flat?
Recoup and recover. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a nice play that the Ravens cornerback did on the still a tight end.
Pick.
Picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role in why they are trailing right now. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger.
Good
Open
pass.
man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
Good pass.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Bad coaching
Pick up
for this.
there of 20 yards.
Yeah, she was.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Can't do like me, bro.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Can't do like me, bro. Ain't none of that running.
Reed with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger.
Stop it, bro.
Middle, and it's incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
Yeah,
Brooks Reed in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away.
Oh, all right.
Back deep is Justin Hardy. Powers through. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rico.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Hey, true. Or not. Hey, Blue Dog. Gold Line. Anybody.
Yo.
Charles Bell.
What's up, man?
Hey, you're in, are you in Duke's League?
Yeah.
Hey, what's his settings rule?
Well, with the settings?
Yeah, like, is he allowing all the ball and shit on?
Nah, it's all.
Yeah, well, the Rams squad guys got all his fucking settings on. I can say that is a fact. This motherfucker was intercepting passes that were 10 yards over his fucking defender's head.
15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
I tried to get a hold of Duke, but he ain't online.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And look
at that.
Diving catch.
I did have, but the game's over now.
Well, before last
Like, I don't
week,
read
Dave Quinn
these
said that he wanted to
defense.
get
Stop
Calvin
playing
Ridley
with me,
more
son.
involved in the offense, and he did that. 7 catches, 146 yards, 3 touchdowns against the Saints.
And compare that with just 4 catches in the first 2 weeks of the NFL season. So, yeah, DQ, he told his coaches what he wanted. They got right to it, and Calvin Ridley, boy, what a big day. Julio Jones only had 3 touchdowns all of last year. But keep this in mind.
I don't care. We beat the
All the
Falcons
coverages
today.
are going to kick towards Julio Jones. This gives Calvin Ridley a great opportunity to continue to have days such as he had on Sunday.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Busts through the tackle. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Man, this, hey, Blue, where you get this guy from?
Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 44 yards. And
Blue,
the
don't let this
Falcons
man in the
will
franchise,
extend their
man.
lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier
Hello,
than a
Blue.
well-executed
Are you
pass
there?
play?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw,
you
the
saying
catch,
tip.
and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it
Hey,
wasn't his
Tim,
fault.
you see
But
why I'm 3-0 right now?
there's got to be
You understand
casualties
why
at
now?
times. We're trying to win a game.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back
That
to
boy
Atlanta.
can't do shit
Right
right
after
now,
this
man.
timeout.
He don't know if he's going to come. He really want to pull the plug. Push the button, man. Go ahead. Push the goddamn button.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. There, a nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they couldn't hang on to it through the contact.
Go, I just thought that he didn't jump.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer.
They've been playing the game.
This is taken at about the 14. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from
Pittsburgh
deep
is
in
horrible,
their own
man.
territory. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Not
Do
much
what?
happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he's got 3 yards on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to roam now. And now running right through it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Roethlisberger now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone, as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Now Roethlisberger going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, and interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it go again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make it 24-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Up past the 24.
Quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And now he'll turn and off his thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
What's the score?
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On the run, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up on a former first-rounder, Artie Burns.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh 1st. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Roethlisberger steps away to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th. Ryan now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Motherfucker got me 32 points. 32 points. All right. 2 reception touchdown. 1.
On first down, Ryan. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mohamed Sanu from 17 yards out. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins by. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught by Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time? Hopefully with a chance to win.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And this
I got Baltimore's kick on my fantasy football
Another
team.
wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side.
Oh, no,
it's a foot
this
race.
is the money
And he's
league.
in. Touchdown,
This is
Steelers.
Just a open
A
league.
big play there. 69 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Undercut it.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Well, everybody run that play right there for now. I played somebody.
A few yards into the end zone.
I played somebody, man. That's all he ran. That play right there, that straight motherfucker be wide open every time. I don't care what defense you in. You got to use it. Your
And they're hoping to
safety,
redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
cover
And
that
just
play.
think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
It's
tackle
the
and see what you
side.
did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Right back, huh? Second jump.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Sean Davis with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool and give you a big play
sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wait. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. A beautiful fake. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to, you said. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Interception.
Reading you like a book now, boy.
He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know,
hey, your boy a little quiet, Blue Dog.
Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Four down. Snickers, 66. 8.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's Ryan. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because that's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And Jones has it over the middle. Got some real estate inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. That's going to be caught. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They come out here in the end, and he is not going to get through here on try #1. They stop him at the goal line. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Wiggles free. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got a man. It's Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Roethlisberger. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete.
Yo, get off my field, boy. Get off my field.
Coming in here talking about what's up. Come in here saying you ready to get your ass whooped. Don't be coming here talking about no what's up. You ready, LeRoy?
Ready for what? Oh, I play you week 2?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey yo, everybody.
Everybody go watch Extreme Finesse so you can see how you shut him down on offense, boy.
Hey, listen to me. Listen to me, little young man. Hey, listen to me, bro. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you, bro. When I got the lead all the way up on you, bro, I wasn't even playing for real no more, bro. I had my mic off on the phone, kickback, smoking. Like, the game was over, bro. I blew you out, bro. The game was over, my nigga. Huh?
I said I hear you talking, but just hold that L on your chest real quick. Go to sleep and think about that.
Man, hey, bro, listen. The game you got, bro, you will never beat me for real, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, I hear you. But you lost. And I shut you down in the second half.
Bro, if we were playing for real, I would have quit the game because I had already 21 you. What you talking about?
Yo, bro, it don't matter if you 21 and you lost. You was up at 21 and you lost.
Bro, I already 21 you, bro. What you talking about? The game was over.
You garbage. I know you hurt you, bro. You never beat me.
Anyway, LeRoy, man, he that's why I'm telling you, he legally slow, man. Don't worry about what he's talking about.
You garbage, bro. You lost. Stop talking.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. They ain't gonna happen. Goddamn Patrick Mahomes, boy, Patrick Mahomes, boy. He on fire, boy.
Hey, yo, it's all good, man. GG, Finesse.
Man, nobody want to hear all that. You lost, and you finna lose again. What you want to do? You gon'
I just want to say thank you for supporting me since day one.
But I was playing golf. I seen it. I saw it report on my phone.
We gonna win anyway. Came straight out the with a microphone. Boy, I swear I couldn't leave that mic alone. Everybody clear the room. I like to write alone. I'm in my zone.
Hey, let me know when you ready to do the The 3 count. And what you say about Atlanta? Yeah, I'm glad you ain't picked they bitch ass either, man. I'm pissed at Atlanta right now. They pissing me off. Who supposed to save you tomorrow, Denver?
Yeah, ain't no way.
Boy, you might well go to sleep. You might well go to sleep.
Hey yo, you ain't even got to worry about it because Pat Mahomes about to get shut down by a real defense. He ain't played no good defense yet.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Hey, I tell you what, LeRon. I tell you what, if you do win, send me 200.
Cash out me 200.
No, that's what we saying. We rooting for you. If you pull it off.
All that shit Kansas City was doing with Tyreek Hill, that nigga about to be on smash by Chris Harris. Watch.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
Yep. See my playbook. Yeah, I see it. Good luck to you too.
Pittsburgh ain't losing no damn ball. Yeah, he talking about putting off in the Cleveland game. He put Cleveland on win 42-34.
Yeah, you winning all this money. You winning all this money. You win tomorrow. I know you sitting the me and goal line 100 apiece.
I know that's right. Cash out. Ching ching.
Don't get quiet now, goddamn.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
One second, LeRon. Let me twist this blunt. You know how I am.
Hey, he need to smoke a blunt. He's stressed out after that loss, man. Leave him alone, man.
Yeah, bro, hey, LeRon. Bro, I blew this man the fuck out. I didn't give a fuck about that game no more, bro. Literally, I swear to God.
Yeah, man, that's what losers say, bro. You got shut down the second half. You ain't have 100 total yards.
Bro, I blew you out. What are you talking about? I stunned you, bro.
It took me 1 half to know what her offense.
Man, I ain't gonna keep talking to a nigga that's mumbling in the mouth.
Garbage. You trash. I know you heard that, bum.
Good,
I'm ready, LeRoy. Let me mute this little raggedy mic motherfucker, man. I ain't gonna keep listening to all that shit. Oh. I knew they were gonna go out there and lose.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now Ben on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down defensively. They were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
I was watching it.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Yeah, using his playbook a little bit.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell.
And
he's able to plow
to me,
forward
I know
up
how
to
he
about
plays.
the 29, just shy of the 30.
It seemed like he was just doing. He was doing a whole lot of dumb shit, man. Like he didn't care,
That brings
man.
up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Damn. You gonna blink him?
Here's Roethlisberger to throw, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say.
You know that shit only happen because my controller died, right?
You've got to know when to say when and just throw it away.
You know that shit only happen because if you look at the pass, you can tell that's a bad pass all the way around.
I think it's intercepted.
Don't worry about it.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 53 yards. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Chris Conley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And he's able to put it through. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to maneuver. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches.
Hey, you know you don't supposed to be stopping in that pocket, right?
An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Hell no, man. Now pump me that ball, bro. I ain't even going to close the application.
3 of them to the right side.
You better do something. Come on, bro. How the fuck you in the league? You started, help, got joined the damn league, and you don't know the rules, bro. Come on, man. That nigga there hell, bud.
Catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there. Javon Hargrave. He's the one credited for the sack here, but no credit given offensively for sure. That is a play that utterly defies logic. Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Over the middle takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'm glad I can't find my fucking plays, bro. I can't find that play for shit in this playbook right now, man. Duh. That's what it is.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 35-yard line. And my goodness, another interception. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion.
Offense or pass interference, really?
Your look is just as puzzled
really?
as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. They're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, my God. Come on, bro.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
This is why I can't play with no other team but the Falcons, bro. This fucking playbook is trash, dog.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter.
Though. It's the first
if
quarter.
Things don't improve fast then, I think
gotta
the
find
backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Short kick. It's taken at the 23. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2000.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls, and they think I'm going to be cool.
And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They're open right side. It's Rodgers. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Goes underneath for Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Mahomes now on first down. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will take it on in in for a Chiefs touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds an opening past the 40. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on them, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall in. And the Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
In the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow, he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Butker now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This game really becoming a one-sided affair. Pick 6 there. It's in danger of being over before halftime.
And that's going to be a major league test for both of these teams because, look, you feel like you've got this thing locked up, right? But on the other side, in the other locker room, it's going to be a test of pride now. Forget speeches, forget adjustments. What kind of pride do they have to start the second half?
The extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Give him 30 yards there. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. This quarterback now just 2 of 5 since coming on, but he does have a first down here.
Detroit!
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Over the middle, complete. It's James. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone to the chalk of the 20. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves.
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Hitchens able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Boswell's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just toweling it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Play fake there to Hunt. Now Mahomes. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On second down, here's Mahomes. Letting one go deep for the end. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squid kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And now out come the Steelers. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Let's get out of there.
Detroit! Detroit!
And with time running short here, they'll simply take. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of
looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Bell. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Here we go on 4th, Rudolph. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
23 yards on the play. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Here we go now.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. This is Bell on the dump off. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Rudolph looking to throw. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Third and long, it's Rudolph. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. They are going for it. It's Rudolph escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Left, 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 left.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Ryan Shazier in there to get him for a loss of 5. Mahomes to throw on second down. And a pressure gets to him again. Ryan Shazier in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On third and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to run, but he's got Mahomes hit. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to first and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Rudolph now to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's brought down after a good game. He got 29 yards that time. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves.
We just saw the first NFL touchdown pass for Mason Rudolph.
When he was a Cowboy at Oklahoma State, he was a threat to do this all the time from any part on the field. He'll still be a threat in the NFL. Mason Rudolph's big right arm delivers his first NFL touchdown.
Boswell for the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The former Buckeye, Cameron Hayward. And it'll be a second and long.
Here we go. Black 58 red line. Black 58 red line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes going up top. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Demetrius Harris, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd like to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Rodgers. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Gone. All right, now look at 56. Look at.
On first down, Rudolph. Goes underneath for Bell. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point now by Boswell. Maxwell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind. Out finished.
Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Justin Houston in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Trying to lay one up deep. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Now Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Here's Mahomes to throw. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. They find some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Rudolph. Being chased out left. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Ron Parker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Gun, 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 gun. Mike 59.
Here's Bell. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now Rudolph. And my goodness, another interception. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. The 40, 20, 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
And we see another to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They give them 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. 5 yards on the pickup. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And now he'll tuck it and run. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. One last throw here for Rudolph. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Well, you better go read them damn rules.
I didn't know that, but thank you.
Whatever, nigga. Next time I close the application on your ass.